Hello, people of the internet. It is Random Geek again with another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Last time we went ahead and joined the literature club, found out that we'd be around 4 cute girls, and wrote a poem. And then we had a weird scene with Sayori. So I know I asked what y'all's favorite of the literature club girls were last part, and I think only one person actually responded to that, and they just said it was Monica. Yep. Duo stuff. Was talking about it being Monica time. Well, anyways, now we have to go ahead and choose who we show our poem to first. And whenever writing the poem, I chose words that would appeal to the characters, and if my memory serves me right, I did 9 words for Sayori, 4 for Natsuki, and 7 for Yuri. So, for the sake of it, let's just go ahead and show Sayori our poem. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Geek. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people would. You know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a geek poem. What a way to put it. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room? Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Geek. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but... Did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to answer a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Well, that's yet to be seen. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. Next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem next? Let's just do it in the descending order. Okay, so Yuri next. Ooh, she doesn't look impressed. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes. More than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Ooh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I don't see that. Okay. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. I was just yawned while reading. Shouldn't be recording at 3 o'clock again. And I don't have any other time to record. I'm really busy lately. I hate it. I'd like to record this by like midnight or something. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. Just yawn again. And learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki, for that matter. Do you mind if I read your poem? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I really like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. I hate you. No. I mean, shoot, I accidentally skipped. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Geek. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? I don't know. Of course I'm gonna click Natsuki. I said I'd do it in descending order. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Or is it sigh? I don't know why. I find it funny the idea that they're actively saying their emotions like that. Just sigh, or groan, or pant. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it or anything. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That is so cute. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. That is the best kind. I'm already liking her. I thought that she would be like one of my lesser, the one that I wouldn't like. Well, like the least. But already she's hitting us with hard facts right there. Some of the best pieces are those that are easy to read, but they hit you hard. Don't take that out of context, please. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuke's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh my god, she's cute. Just threw a water bottle. And that just leaves Monica. Hi, geek. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Jeez, she's looking straight at me. It's unnerving. Wait, is she the only one that actually looks straight at the camera? Well, straight at the screen anyway? Like, right in front of them rather than looking off to the side or anything? I just realized that because I looked back a bit on part 1, and I don't think, like, most of them, like, did that, for the most part, consistently as she does. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. With that glare in her eyes, I'm kind of afraid to do anything. I'm afraid to even so much as see her through a passing glance. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. geek. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, maybe we're good friends, but C and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I read your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feeling to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It took a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, this one's long. Longer than the others, I mean. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See? The direction this sparkles. The spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No. I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Huh. back now. I'll have to get myself something to drink since I ran out of water. Anyways, back now. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that. It's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Ooh. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a bit more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging pieces of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you can say that it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Geek did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Geek liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki slowly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Geek appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. What? They just like having a fight right now over... Is it a fight over who appreciate... who... I don't know, I'm kind of getting lost. This is what I get for reporting at nearly 4 o'clock. Huh? And how you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who grew... I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Geek started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Don't start fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Geek. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she can get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Geek. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Geek? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Oh god, I don't want to rely on Sayori, but... God damn it. Why? like this music in the background. Kind of gives off a kind of whimsical feeling, but also kind of reminds me of a circus. Well, shit, they're both right. That's the thing, they're both right. Damn it. Damn it, I don't want to do Sayori. I want to score some points with either of them, too. I'll just... You know what, I kind of liked Natsuki's a little more. I do like the whole thing with the person being stuck in one area, but I also kind of like the idea of, you know, being upset that everyone else around you is like getting their own, you know, wins, but you can't. It's relatable. Both of them are, but I have to give it to Natsuki this time. Particularly because I understand that feeling most of all, especially now. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as oppressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over. And Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah! It did, didn't it? Haha! Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look. What we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is really personal. And sharing it can be hard, definitely. It looks like we learned that today. I feel like we learned something today. Even small criticisms can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so... you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that. Barely audible, though. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said. So you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's like you need to apologize for me, geek. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Surprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monica look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori. I'll go make some tea. Eh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I feel like that attempt deserved more of a head pat than anything. But whatever, I'm not pro-tech. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's reading each other's poems, right? Again, she's staring right at me. I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. And now it's 4 o'clock. Especially you, geek. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lazing around we got a little used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. Like it always does. No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book, or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. I thought she was gonna say friends. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. Well, of course not. You're in a fucking club, you dick. You can't just sit around and just half-ass a poem. You need to put actual effort into this shit. You can't just fart out words on a paper. You gotta put some actual heart into it, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure I can write a better poem than whatever you wrote. Unless you're actually really good, in which case I don't mean that. Probably. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Why? 'Cause of the cute girls? Or 'cause you're actually talking to other people that aren't just your best friend? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Geek, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I don't know about that. I think to myself, learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Geek. Ready to walk home? Sure. Let's go. Siri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Siri and I have spent this much time together. Can't say I'm not enjoying it either. Why wouldn't you be enjoying it? Siri. About what happened earlier. Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. No, Geek. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. I mean, sigh. Looks like Siri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Huh? I'm sorry, what? I don't think I'm understanding that. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Oh, and more writing. Actually, I'm wondering, what was the link that I made the first video? Hold on, I just want to check that out quickly. An hour 15? Should I just go ahead and fill this out and then do the... You know what, why the hell not? Let's just fill out this and then we'll leave it on a cliffhanger like we did last time. Okay. So, last time we ended up with the majority going towards Sayori. Let's see who we can get today. First off, let's go with swimsuit. Oh, that one went to Natsuki. Alright, that's towards Natsuki. Let's see. Waterfall. Really? Like, I guess that'd be something that's like cute, I guess? I don't know. Question. Okay. I don't want all these going towards a single one of them. After all. Together. Yep. That's kind of what I was expecting with her. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna click that. Climax. That's really the only word that was sticking out to me. For obvious reasons, I guess. Childhood. Let's do fireflies. Really? I thought that would have been one towards Natsuki. Music. Seriously. Okay. Laugh. Anime. Okay, there it goes. Finally one towards Natsuki. And I thought that would have been a Yuri word. She could end up with the majority again? I mean, I'm fine with it. Yuri seems like she's fine and all, but I don't know, I was kind of hoping to get points towards the other girls too. Destiny. Okay, now I get another point towards one of the others. Seriously, like, she's got like 3 points more than the other two. Kitty. Yep. That was, damn it, I sound pissed, don't I? Vanilla. Unrestrained. Melancholy. I don't know, I'm half expecting all these words to suddenly go to Sayori now. Parfait? Okay, that one I actually expected to go towards Natsuki. Horror. Cheeks. And uncanny. You know what? This is like 15 minutes shorter than last time, but it's already getting late. It's almost 4:30, and it's already Monday. I have school on Tuesday, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just call it for today. So next time, we're gonna be sharing our poems with the others, and I don't know, maybe we'll get more scenes with them too. Who knows? Well, anyways, again, I'll ask the same question. I'll ask the question throughout this whole series, most likely, but which one of them is your favorite of the girls? I seriously want to know that. So, I don't know if y'all want to go ahead and, I don't even like asking this, because I feel like it's just something obvious that people do if they like the video. Just go ahead and like it, and I don't know, subscribe to the YouTubers that they like. But really, because we are like 1 subscriber away from our goal. We have been for like a long time, because we were at 49 at one point, and then we went down to 48, and then we got back up to 49 like maybe a few days ago. So I am really hoping that we can reach that 50 subscriber goal, because I really want to embarrass myself on the internet by singing a song. And everyone's got to put something out on the internet they're embarrassed of, I suppose. Well, with that, I bid you guys adieu, and we'll see how long it takes me to finish this game during Spooky Month, because it's October now. So, happy Spooky Month. If I end up finishing this before the end of October, I don't know if I'll end up doing what I wanted to do. Because what I wanted to do was possibly play Death Jr. after this in time, because it was still like a generally horror-themed story. I mean, game. It didn't have much of a story to it, now I think about it. It doesn't. It's just like, oh, you go through levels shooting up bad guys. I don't know. It's something I've liked since I'm little. I wanted to do that for Halloween, but considering how things went, I'm probably fine with just doing that one, just like as a normal Let's Play, and then dedicating maybe the sequels towards, more specifically towards Halloween. Maybe. I do want to do them. Well, then again, it's gonna be hard to do the third one now I think about it, because that one's on the DS. There's no other platform on it, that's on. So I gotta figure out how the hell to play a Nintendo DS game and record it. I have no idea how the hell to do that. And I feel like the screen just moved a bit. Don't know why that happened. Actually, I do know I wiped the screen because my computer is. I have a touch screen laptop, and I did that without thinking because I'm dumb. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode. So I really have no idea how to end these things.